Hello everyone, it's Dawn here from Dawn's Inspirations. Wanted to share a quick top tip with you today. Today I'm going to show you how to make your own washi tape. I'm a member of a scrapbooking club and the challenge this month is to do a layout using washi tape. Well, I tend not to buy it because number one, I think it's expensive, but also you have a roll that is all the same pattern and all the same colour all the way through, which to me, if you pick it for one layout, you've then stuck with what other layouts you can use it on. So I like to make my own and it's very quick and easy to do. So I'm going to show you today how to make some. So the first thing you're going to need is just some normal tissue paper. This you can get that you wrap your presents up in. This is just normal tissue paper you can get from the stationers, gift shop, anywhere really. And when you get it, I would pick the white personally because that colour's easier. And then you'll have a shiny side and a buff side, and what you're going to do with the shiny side facing you, we're going to stick some tape on here. Now for this project I would use just normal double-sided tape. I've got a variety of widths here. I wouldn't use the red line tape, that's this one here, because the red line tape is just too sticky for this project, so I wouldn't use the red line tape. So just use normal double-sided tape for this. I'm going to use the thick one today just to show you how to do it because it'll show easier on the camera. So you just tear off a piece of your double-sided tape and then just run it on this shiny side of your paper. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to cut along each length of the tape and tidy up the end if you wish as well. So just trim that along. So there we go, that is the start of our washi tape. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put my craft mat down because this is where it can get a little bit messy. So I'm just going to pop that down on the mat here. So we can then colour these in a variety of ways. So as I said, I've prepared some here. We've got a thin one and I've got some medium sized ones here as well, and then we've got the thick one we've just done. Okay, so we'll prepare these in a variety of ways. So the first way you can colour these up, let me just get one out, is with a pro marker or any of your permanent pens, anything will do, but I'm using a pro marker here because it's the variety I keep. So literally with the chisel end just colour along on top of the tissue. So that's the first one, so you can use your pro markers. Another one you can use is just your normal ink pads. Okay, I've got green here today, but just normal ink pads. There again you can dab it on and take this as light or as dark as you wish. It's entirely up to you. The beauty about making your own washi tape as well is you can match it up to projects you're doing and layouts you're doing, and plus the fact you make out the quantity that you're going to need. So that's just a normal ink pad. So we've got a pro marker and an ink pad. You can then use your distress stains. I've got fired brick here. This is just a distress stain from Tim Holtz, and just literally run it along. This comes out quite dark, but like the pro marker and the ink pad, you can make this as dark or as light as you wish. So if I wanted to make it a bit dark with Christmas coming up, I'd do another layer. So that's your distress stain. And then this one I'm going to use some pumice stone because this is a lighter colour. So there again I'm just going to do this as one layer. So just on both ends there. So there's the variety of ways you can colour up your tissue paper. You could also use your distress ink pads, anything you like really. The choice is yours. The best thing is to make some up and just have a play really. What I will say is once you've actually inked your tissue up, it still is quite damp, so I would set it aside for half an hour just to let it dry naturally. You can force the drying, but I personally like it to let it dry naturally, so just best to leave it for half an hour. So I'll just bring some in that I've already done and let dry. So we'll move these to one side. So there's the purple one. That's the pumice stone, that's the red, and that's the green. And then there again we can decorate these in a variety of ways. If you're going to use stamps, I'm going to use stamps on mine. I would recommend either StazOn or Adirondack, you know, a permanent ink marker for these, because it works better. So let's just go, let's start with a big stamp here. So I've got the pumice stone. So I've got a big stamp here, and this is, I'll try and show you there. It's musical notes. So musical notes and script are really good for washi tape, because that's the type of thing you get on washi tape. Don't be put off if you've only got big stamps. You can still use these. What I'm going to use today is I'm going to use some brown StazOn on this particular one. And what I'm going to do is I'm only going to ink the top of the musical bars on the first row. So if you just pop some ink on the top, and then what we'll do is we'll start this end, and then push that down, and there you go. We'll do another one just to show you again. So just ink that top row with the musical notes, line it up, and press that down. So there you go. So it's as easy as that. So that's just showing you what you can do with a large ink pad. So I think that one works out quite nicely, and it's quite a neutral colour. I'd probably use this quite a lot. But the beauty of it is as well, you can make batches like this up, and if you wanted to add a tinge of pink or something, you can add that at a later date just with your distress ink pads. It's quite easy to do, but you've got your main tape there done. So that's using a large stamp on that one. I thought for the next one, I'm going to put being red, I thought it was getting in the Christmas mood, so I'm going to use some black StazOn on this one. And I've got the word December, so, and a little squiggle. So I thought what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and stamp the word December along this one. So I thought it looks quite nice. So I'm just using black for this. So I'm going to pop it on. It's probably going to come up upside down. Yeah, I thought it would. So I'll turn that round. And then I'm going to put a little squiggle in between, just to give it a bit of interest. And then December again. And then a little squiggle again. But the choice is entirely up to you. You know, this is just giving you some ideas to show you that you can decorate these to whatever you wish, and also they're going to fit with the project that you're actually doing at the time, and it is so quick to do. So that's one with the word stamp and just a little squiggle. So the bigger one here, I thought I'm going to use, I think we use some blue on this one. That's the beauty of having different colour StazOns or Adirondacks. You can use different colours. So I'm going to use some blue on this one. This is Midnight Blue. So I'm going to do a stamp that way. This is just a twirly stamp, and then I'm going to turn it round and do it the other way. So this is coming out quite dark, but that is there again your choice. You can either do it faded like the musical notes, or if you want to have more of a dramatic look like I've got here with the blue and the green, you can do. Okay, so that's just showing you, I've just turning the stamp round either way just to give a bit more interest to my homemade washi tape. Okay, so that's just using a twizzly one. You can also use your pens or pro markers and do some Zentangling. That's another way you can use these. I mean, I'll go ahead and use this squiggly one on this purple again just to show you. I'll keep it all the same way this time for another look again. So if you look, it's just quite nice to have lots of different varieties of washi tape. So very quick and easy to do. Also very quick and easy to apply. So let me just apply some just on some paper. I haven't got a layout to put this on, but I've just got some plain cardstock here Just going to show you how to use it. Just peel off the backing like you would for your double-sided tape. I like to tear this one to get in, or let's go on this end, it might be easier. It's not going to do it, not going to play ball today. Get my craft knife, I think, just to peel the backing off. This is because this is a thick one, it's not an easy finger lift one. So that's the backing then off. And then you apply it on your project like you would normal washi tape. And the beauty of it is you can then tear it like you would normal washi tape. You can also do loops if you wanted to do a loop over the edge of a page or a tag. So if you wanted to take that over and make a nice loop, pull it down the other side and tear it off with your finger. So that's how quick it is to apply. So that's the musical note one. Let's do the December one now, just to show you, because they are very effective. Even though it's homemade, it still looks really effective. So let's pop this along here, stick it down, tear it with your finger. There you go. We can do a loop as well with this one. Oh, that's torn there. Let's start again. Pulling this off. Backing doesn't want to come off this one either. So push that on there. You can run it over and do a loop. I mean, I have put patterns on mine, but there again you don't have to. You could just have coloured washi tape. So that's the beauty of having it. It just works really well for a variety of ways, so you can then have it to fit your particular project. So you know, the backing's not wanting to come off this one either. There we go. So we'll stick that one down and tear that. Do a loop with this one as well, just to show you what this one looks like. So I'm hoping this has given you some ideas that you can use washi tape even if you don't want to buy some. And then we use the little thin one as well, if I can get the backing off this one. So it's just a little quick top tip. So even if you don't have your washi tape, you can still use your washi tape. It tears just like washi tape, and the other good thing about it is match your projects, as I've said, and you can also make some ahead of time like this and just store them in your craft bag if you're going off to a crop, ready to use when you're ready to use. So that's my take on homemade washi tape. I hope you've enjoyed this quick tip and you will have a go. So thank you very much for watching. I'm Dawn from Dawn's Inspirations. You can check out my website www.dawnsinspirations.com, or you can find me on YouTube, on Facebook and on Twitter. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.